Right. Black screen, black screen, black screen. Continuous blacks. There we go. Now we're actually live. So just refresh that page. Right, now where is it? Where is the thing? It says it's public. Where is... Copy video URL, there we are. Welcome, Biscoff Skin. So just type that in. No, not Bet Victor, fuck off. Right. Hey there, LJ, welcome. Oh shit, I probably should have closed Photoshop by now. God, my PC is gonna hate me for this. So no, I do not. Right, post it in there, some of my mates know about it. Put that down there. Well, playing the game with all the memes. Is it the game with all the memes? I thought that was 06. Does 06 have a lot of memes behind it? Probably don't. Which it probably does have the memes, like thanks to the Snap Cube dub, but that's probably what most people think about. But yeah, hello everybody, welcome to the first live stream in quite a while. Hot damn, it's been a minute. I think the last time I did this was for the 80th anniversary of the Railway series, and that was way back in May. I met that memes in Baldy Nose. Oh yeah, it was in. I forgot that came from this game. Weirdly. Right. So yeah, welcome to the live stream. As you can no doubt tell by the title of the stream, we are actually going to be playing a good game this time, not Super Mario Sunshine. And if you just bear with me a minute whilst I get the game out of the back. I'm sure I left it around here somewhere. Where is it? Oh, jolly good. It's right at the bottom of my collection of games. That's fantastic. Do YouTube copyright restrictions actually apply to live streams, or could you just listen to copyright music the entire time and react to it? Not entirely sure, Biscoff Skin, but I'm not about to risk that. This was the very first Sonic game I played in my life. Oh, that's nice. This definitely wasn't the first Sonic game that I ever played, far from it, but it was the first Sonic game that I really got into. Absolutely. Hey there, Mike. Hey, Dixie Fly. Game into the console. Turn the volume up so I can actually hear it at this end. Hey there, Celtic Railway Traveller. What are your thoughts on Unleashed Recompiled? That was the PC make of Unleashed, wasn't it? And I've not seen much of it myself, but I like the idea, even though a part of it does kind of feel redundant, in all honesty. What with like the Xbox 360 version of Sonic Unleashed being able to be played on like Xbox One. That kind of negates... I mean, it doesn't entirely negate the existence of Sonic Unleashed Recompiled, and I'm not trying to say that the effort gone into that wasn't worth it. Absolutely. I just think it feels kind of redundant when you can already, you know, play Sonic Unleashed on modern consoles. And I put the disc in the wrong way around. That should do it. There we go. Are we seeing you the audio extravaganza? Good. I look forward to seeing you guys. I look forward to seeing you all there. Okay, let us hear that magnificent opening music. Oh man, that never gets old. I say it never gets old. It's actually been ages since I last played this game, and if I'm honest, guys, this playthrough, I'm gonna be a little bit out of my element on, being honest, because if you guys already don't know, you probably already do know this, but Sonic Colors supports 4 different controller types. You can use the Wii Remote on its own, you can use the Wii Remote and the Nunchuck, you can use the Wii Classic controller, which was the Nintendo Wii controller designed to look like a SNES controller, and then you can also use the GameCube controller. I grew up using the Wii Remote and Nunchuck combination, but a lot of that finesse kind of comes from having to point like the controller directly at the screen. And if I want to be able to play this game properly, whilst also being able to read the chat and talking to you guys, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck combination. So, going to be going out of my element a little bit and using the GameCube controller. So many controllers, even the fat controller. I want you to play Sonic Colors with my Chop Hatch. He hasn't got any buttons, so you'll have to improvise. Right, okay. Let's do this. Allow adequate room around you during gameplay. Yes, I will, Mr. Nintendo.
Sega.
Yes, that is indeed the people behind it. Right. Okay, so it's registered the GameCube controller as my preferred controller. Oh, it's already started. Jesus. Oh, oh, the nostalgia. By the way, how does the game's volume sound compared to my voice? Is it quiet? Like, is my voice quieter? Is the game quieter? Or is it just about right? Hey there, Messio. Welcome to the stream. I'll keep on running. I'm gonna reach for the stars. Tiny bit loud. Okay. I'll try and bring it down just a tiny bit. Just a little bit. Is that any better? Is that any better? I'll continue like talking just to... But yeah, I agree, LJ. Reach for the Stars. I've not listened to this song in a long time. And I regret that because this is an absolute banger of a track. Yeah, that's good. Fantastic. We're gonna reach for the stars tonight. Oh man. So, the whole point of this stream, if you can already tell from the title, is to prove that Sonic Colors is actually a good game. It's just got a lot of bad rep over the last few years, and you can put a lot of that blame on Ultimate. And I don't know. To talk about it like here before we get into the game proper, Sonic has had a pretty like haphazard history when it comes to like HD remasters of games, as I'm sure you're all aware of this. And I was really looking forward to Colors Ultimate. I've been wanting like the HD port of my favourite 3D Sonic game for years, and when it was finally announced, I was like beyond excited. I couldn't play it day one because I was busy around that time doing university stuff. But as soon as I heard from reviewers that it wasn't optimal and the shit ton of stuff regarding, you know, like the glitches and the seizure-inducing glitches, a lot of the glitches are related to like the color screening. I didn't want to see it from my own eyes. I didn't want to waste money on a HD remaster that was just inferior from the get-go. I don't blame Blind Squirrel Games, the developers, for it, because I'm fairly certain they were just doing as they were told. But for Sega and Sonic Team to release Colors Ultimate in the state that it was in is appalling. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. So, isn't Colors the last game to include a CGI cutscene in the actual game rather than being used for commercial material? Not unless you count like the CG intro for Sonic Generations and the intro, the CGI intro for Sonic Lost World. So I find it crazy when Colors was new, everyone praised it to hell and back. Just for a few years later, for everyone to turn it. Yeah, it's absolutely wild. Like people used to love this game. People used to think it was one of the best, and now over the years it's gotten worse. And I hope that mindset doesn't sink into me as I play this game.
Hello, Sonic. Do you read me? I'll be your navigator. Leave everything but the running to me.
Yes, Tails, I'm going to have the navigator on because I feel like I'm going to need it for using a GameCube controller, but nope. Let's get started. Oh, I feel like I should... Right.
Those are white wisps. Rescue them to kill them.
Oh, so it's that one to boost. Okay. Oh, fuck. Alright. Again, feels weird playing this like without Wii Remote motion controls. And it's also been quite a few years since I've played this game, so... Oh, used to be able to skip that bit. So yeah, this is Tropical Park. This is the first that we see of Eggman's Interstellar Amusement Park. Something that he claims is to make up for his previous attempts of trying to take over the world. And we just know that that's absolutely bullshit. But look at it! Look at the pretty colours. I mean, the screen's a little bit dark. I think that's because of the HD upscaler that I'm using at the moment, which is why everything looks a bit dark. But look at the pretty colours! The bright colours all... I mean, that's a whole... There's a whole thing everybody says about it, you know, the bright colours all around, the colours feel so right and all that shit. But look at it, it's so full of life and energetic, it's brilliant. I love how this is like before we find out what Eggman is using like the Wisps for. So Sonic just like immediately sees like the capsule with like the trapped Wisps inside it and just thinks, fuck it, that looks like Eggman's technology, I'm gonna break it. Because Sonic doesn't know yet. He doesn't know the Wisps being held captive or being captured by Eggman, to him it's just, you know, oh, that's Eggman's technology, I'm gonna break it. Hey Tommy, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. In fact, it looks like my voice is peaking there a little bit, so I'm gonna see if I can bring the volume on my, bring the gain on my voice just down a little bit. What's it like having to eat British food every day? It's definitely reminds you that you're British. The best and worst parts of it. Yeah, that's another thing about this game. Rather than there being, you know, like an 8-minute cinematic, like we were saying before, this game just like throws you immediately into like the gameplay, which is something that hadn't really happened since, to my knowledge, it's something that hadn't really happened since the Mega Drive games. Right, so that's the boost. Let's run stomp. There we go. There's the stomp. Okay, the A button on the GameCube controller is being a little bit unresponsive, but I can work with that, I think. I think I'm supposed... No, I'm not supposed to jump here, there's the ramp there. For some reason I thought you had to jump there. This, I think, is our... Oh, it's not our first sliding obstacle. Oh, I think that's one of like the later stages, I think. You have to learn to... slide. There we go. Oh, fuck this red ring right here. Like, you traverse like the entire stage trying to find it, and then it just happens to be like right behind like the end goal. That's such a tease, that. How's it feeling for your PS2 cables? Not happened yet, because I've realised it's something worse. It's not the cables that's faulty, it's the PlayStation 2 itself, because I was trying to play some games on it after I got some new PS2 cables, and the glitching with the screen still happened, which leaves me to believe that the cause of that massive like seizure-inducing glitch that you saw on the last stream it was used was from the console itself, and that I'm gonna have to like take the console apart to try and find what the inner machinations of the issue are. So yeah, finally we get a cutscene which tells us more about what's going on.
He loves to hear his own lips flap, but I gotta hand it to the Eggster. This place is epic. Everyone and their brother is gonna want to come
The inner
here.
machinations of my PlayStation 2 are an enigma. And then it's just like the PlayStation 2 boots up sound as it looks inside his mind with a carton of milk spilling over.
Equals evil plot for us to foil. Lucky for us, he's not very good at keeping things hidden.
I'm just going to say this now, Messio. Feel free to answer, feel free to ask like Thomas questions, but this is not a Thomas-related stream. I'm just saying that right now. Like, I will answer like one or two Thomas-like questions, because I know that's what you guys like know me for. But I'm trying to make this a Sonic-focused stream, so yeah. Hey there, Chester.
Hello, happy people.
People shit on the game's writing, but man, I don't care, it's not that bad. I mean, to a certain extent, when people say like the writing of this game has gotten like worse over time, I kind of see what they mean, but that's only because they naturally improved on like the writing, you know, from Colours onwards, unless you count. No wait, no, they didn't really improve on the writing from Colours, did they? Because Sonic Generations, despite having a load of like good interactions, was kind of undersold. Lost World was very one note with a few like good moments. Sonic Boom, God forbid we mentioned that game. Sonic Forces was very inconsistent, about 75% lighthearted and then 15% just incredibly dark and depressing. Well, no, 25% depressing, that was it. I think the only game after this that improves upon that really like improved writing wise was Frontiers, and that wouldn't be for like a good like 12 years after Colors. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like the Boom TV show, that was good. Like the Boom TV show had like the great writing. I'm talking mainly about the games. Praises the thing is the writers from like, Happy Tree Friends. Yeah, I've unfortunately only seen one episode of like Happy Tree Friends to get like and oh my god, the contrast from that to this is, as you say, it's pretty fucking crazy. But yeah, now that cutscene's over, we can finally save our data. Oh, we can even they even left it with like a Sonic name, E102. You know what? I'm gonna leave it with that name because it's my favourite Sonic character. Select a Mii or an icon. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot you can use Mii's in this. Could probably do that off screen. For now, I'll just use like the Wisp for now. And here we have the map for the whole thing. So we've got Tropical Resort right there, Sweet Mountain, Starlight Carnival, Planet Wisp, Aquarium Park, Asteroid Coaster, and Terminal Velocity. Right now we can only do Tropical Resort, so let's stick to here. So each world has six acts in it, and basically what these acts are, as I mainly said, to do, like the first two are for you getting used to like the game, getting used to like that world's aesthetic. So in Tropical Resort's case, it's like the welcoming grounds for the amusement park, and then from like stage, then from like Act 3 onwards, it's about you more getting accustomed to the Wisp of that world. Some worlds give you the Wisp to access in like stage 1, in like Act 1. But I feel like there's a fine balance between getting you used to the more traditional Sonic Boost gameplay that you would have become adjusted to with Sonic Unleashed in Sonic Colors before starting to use the Wisps. With that being said, let's learn how to use the first of the Wisps by going into Act 3. Okay, good to know that I can still quick step. Or I should have done that. Right, so what button is it that we use for the... Yeah, of course it's the Z one, and I've pressed it too late. So anyway, let's just head down here, because I think there's a red ring down... Oh! Good thing that's an invisible wall that stops you. And I don't think I can get back up there to use the laser thing again. Fuck's sake. Oh well. Right, there's where you use the slide. Oh. This GameCube controller, in terms of like A button response times, is very unresponsive for some reason. Right, now we can use the laser properly. Now here's something that's very, very interesting about Colors, which I don't feel like a lot of people give the game credit for. The first few stages of Tropical Resort can be completed with you just using the boost gameplay. You know, with like homing attacks, the boost, quick stepping, sliding, all that stuff. The Wisps are mainly an option, and that is so that the game allows you to become more comfortable with you using the Wisps as a power-up, rather than saying you need to learn this power, otherwise you can't progress. Because if they did that, then the Wisps would be incredibly situational. So, and this is a very good example of that, this bit here. So there's multiple ways to get across this. You can use the laser wisp, which they've just given you, and zip right across that horde of enemies right towards the end of the stage there. But if you're not feeling up to it, I mean, you know, this is a new power-up, you may be feeling like, you know, like you're not up to using it just yet, which this is a kid's game. Kids may not be feeling, you know, that confident about using it. You have that chain of enemies over there that you can use the homing attack on to get across there instead. If you're facing a little bit of like vertigo or acrophobia where you're not comfortable playing that high, that's okay, because there's that pathway down there on the ground that lets you get across there anyway. It isn't fast, it's the slowest path, and they encourage you to take the enemy path if you want to use like the fastest time, but it is there. So it lets you become more accustomed to it before you think, you know what, I'm comfortable with where I am on the ground, I'm going to try the homing attack chain. And then we use the homing attack chain, like enough times you get more accustomed to that, you go, you know what, I'm going to try out this laser wisp, which I'm going to do right now. And they just let you do that. They just let you go across like that. Again, it's very... like the game doesn't really like draw attention to the fact that it teaches you this, that it like gives you like so much option, so much like freedom with like the wisps at the start. But I think it's pretty notable because again, it lets you become more accustomed to the wisps as an option before like the later stages where they then become like a necessity to clear obstacles, because by that point you're used to the gimmick of like the wisps. You're used to like, okay, so you get a wisp, you press the Z button to activate it, and then you just teach yourself as you go along to get accustomed to it. It's almost like teaching a kid kind of like how. It's almost like teaching a kid how to swim, I think, in that regard, which is ironic considering, you know, that Sonic can't swim. But it was something I never truly appreciated about Colours until I thought about it for a video that's coming out later this week. Not later this week, well, later next week, I should say. Don't need to homing attack those, I could just boost across. Probably should boost to get up there. Is there anything back here? I think there is. No, there isn't. Build up momentum. Boom, there we are. Oh, fuck. Could be quite a tight jump this. Oh. Oh, come on! That was right there! Right. Come on. Why can't I make that? It looks like I should be able to make that. Right, hang on. We'll try one more time. Right. It looks like I should be able to make that, but you know what? Not really an issue for right now. We can just progress. Even though I've already been in this stage for about like 5 minutes, but then that was mostly me talking about how the game teaches you about how to use the wisps. So that's on me. Right, there's one that will allow me to use the laser wisp. There we are. I think that's how you take like the upper path. Oh no, there's the upper path up there. This is something I always enjoy doing as well. Like the destructive scoreboard at the very end. Like if you break it enough time, you're able to get a few more rings. Or, if you're lucky, extra lives. Oh, fuck. I really love Idris's Knuckles. Yeah, Idris Elba as Knuckles was quite a surprise for me going to see it in the Sonic 2 movie. He fits it. He fits it very well, and I'm surprised at how kind of like seriously he took the role. Because with Knuckles' like reputation in like the games over like the last like few years, you'd get the idea of him being almost like a dumb, muscly oaf. But for him to portray him, but for them to portray Knuckles, and by extension, Idris to portray him as Knuckles very seriously in the Sonic movies, you know, still with a like degree of comedy, but having a genuine sorrow behind him with how he's like the last of his tribe of echidnas, really caught me by surprise, and I praise and I really do praise like whether it was like Sega, Sonic Team, Paramount, Jeff Fowler, whoever it was that decided that. It was pretty good. Do I prefer Season 12 or Season 10 of Thomas & Friends? You'll find out when the Series 12 review comes out. Which, that's still in the works. Oh, these fucking things. Those idiots that like follow you around like the entirety of the... Those idiots that follow you around the entirety of the stage and just like drop spiky balls on you. Apologise if you can hear that. My sister's cat has just entered the vicinity. Hang on. Wait, we just one sec, guys. I just got to get my sister's cat settled. Why are you being so noisy? Why are you being so noisy? Come here. Come on. Being so noisy for. You know you're live on chat? Is the cat named Blaze by any chance? Nope. This cat is called Belle, as in B-E-L-L-E. That's a joke. Yeah, no, it's a joke. God, you are noisy when you want to be.
Static capacitor to the maximizing modulationizer. I wish I knew what you were saying, little guy, or gal, or whatever you are.
Oh man, that was crazy!
Oh, I was reconfiguring my handheld into a translator so I can understand this guy. Did you go somewhere?
Didn't you see?
Yeah, I suppose.
I absorbed those aliens and got powered up with like some kind of wild
yeah, Fried
energy.
Waffles.
And after a few seconds,
I get what you
they
mean by
popped
that.
out of
Like, the
me.
laser power-up does kind of work in a way like Chaos Control, if Chaos Control had its own kind of like energy line that wrecked everything in its
Okay,
path rather than
seriously?
just
We need
teleporting.
to find Eggman and figure out how catching these aliens fits into whatever heinous plan he's hatching.
And wreck that plan, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much how we spend our time.
Right, Act 5. There's a... I forgot how quickly like you go from like act to act, but again, that's mostly because the game encourages you to revisit the stages with like wisps that you later unlock in like other worlds. So the reason why you can finish stages in less than a minute, like 30 seconds, is because it's encouraging you to unlock other wisps in other areas before coming back to this, because you'll want to come back to this, for not only getting like a higher rank with an S rank, but also like collecting like the red rings, which you guys will find out what that unlocks later on. I mean, you guys already know what the red rings in this game unlock. I'm sure you guys have played this game before. Oh, bit of vertigo here. Oh, could have got a slam on that one. Did you have to jump down then? Right, come on, out you go. I've only ever played the DS one. I tried playing the DS version, but because I never really grew up playing like the Rush games, it felt a bit unnatural for me. And obviously, I know it's like a handheld, so it's meant to feel shorter, but the real meat of Sonic Colors on the DS is like the side missions. And I really don't like the side missions in the DS version of Sonic Colors. I really don't. They just felt, I don't know, crammed in. Is that a word I can use to describe it? The game in general of Sonic Colors on the DS feels very crammed in, and that's mainly due to the Rush style gameplay with using like both screens on the DS. But yeah. Right, let's see if I can get it up here. I think I can. Yes, there we are. Get red ring number 2, which means I missed one. It's alright, I can come back to that another time. Just need to head down here. Get that one there. Oh, fuck! Hopefully I make that bright light. Oh! Okay, so this is where they really start to test like your accuracy with the laser wisp. Now that you've become more adjusted to using it in open spaces, it's testing how you can use it. Come on! Oh, fucking bollocks! I'm just going to wait for the balloons to reset because I don't think I'm getting back up there otherwise. If Roger Craig Smith were to one day step down, would you call Ben Schwartz becoming the new official voice for Sonic? I'm going to say no because Ben Schwartz being movie Sonic kind of, fits kind of like, the way it is because that's because it's that interpretation of Sonic. The same way that Sonic Prime has that different interpretation of Sonic. It's all dependent on like what that story's what that universe's story calls for from like a voice. And I feel like Ben Schwartz is better suited to the movies rather than the games. So if Roger Craig Smith were to step down one day and the role were to go into someone else, have it be somebody who can still carry that same familiarity to the voice, the same way that Roger Craig Smith carried the familiarity, but also did his own thing compared to Jason Griffith or Ryan Drummond, I think it is Ryan Drummond. But yeah, have it be its own thing. Have whatever voice that takes over be its own thing. Fuck hell. I think I just need to like go over here so it can let me go up there, get back up there. Howdy, how's your day going? Hey, Sodo Train, my day's going pretty good. I've definitely been doing good over the past few days because, and I'm sure you've noticed, my channel broke 10,000 subscribers, which I'm incredibly proud of. And I figured, what better way to celebrate than by playing what is my favourite 3D Sonic game of all time. Well, that was... I'm within how many minutes into the stream are we now? Man, we're only like 40 minutes in, and we're already towards like the end of Tropical Resort. Again, that's to do with, you know, like the game encouraging you to come back to these zones, these acts, with different Wisp power-ups. Fuck. Alright. So this is where we just gotta like wait a little bit so that I can get that red ring in the center. There we are. And jump down here. Did I leave enough space for myself to get back up there? Yes, I did. Whew. What's Colours' obsession with really slow things that only move if you're standing on a button? Yeah, admittedly there is like a lot of that in this game. There is a lot of standing on buttons and waiting for platforms to move, which admittedly does kind of go against like the philosophy of like a Sonic game, you know, about, you know, being about speed platforming. But then again, you know, there are always, you know, patterns that you can learn. There are always patterns that you can learn to like blaze through these stages as fast as possible. So even if like because even if the level design is very platform-esque and kind of like blocky, you can still play it like a traditional Sonic. You can still speed through it like a traditional Sonic game, and maybe not to like the same extent as, you know, speeding through is like definitely not as cinematic as speeding through a level in Unleashed, but definitely not as taxing because of how much that Unleashed asks from you. I thoroughly enjoyed that epic saga, the epic that was Alan's Saga. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Soda Train. A lot of people seemed to like the Alan Saga, and I'm glad that my channel has a sort of mascot now. A sort of mascot.
23, 24, 25. Ah, not nearly enough aliens.
Want us to get more?
No, I want you to get me a cheeseburger and a shake.
That'll be easier. Cheeseburgers don't run as fast as them little alien varmints.
Idiot, get me more
I provide the
aliens.
people of planet Earth with Wisp and Wisp accessories, I tell you what.
Y'all want fries with that? I reckon that hurt a bit. Wait a minute, I need to go over yonder. Sorry.
Yeah, again, like the writing of the writing of Colours has definitely gotten a bit lesser over the years, but that's also because I'm not the target demographic, I suppose.
What? Sonic!
Who you calling nothing?
They better get Flint Lockwood if they want a cheeseburger. hey, I understood that reference.
The boss was calling Sonic nothing.
Great! I thought nobody would get that.
Fine. You're so smart, robot. You take care of this mess. Release the big boy. At least I know he won't screw it up. Hasta la bye-bye, suckers!
Yeah, that's a weird thing I've just remembered. So this is Big Boy, and this is like the only boss in Sonic Colors to like actually
Guess
have a
it's
name.
time
I mean,
for me to start stopping.
it doesn't have like a name like in like the stage when you select it. But Big Boy is like the only boss that like Eggman names, like directly. This is gonna be just piss easy. Oh my god, not even Not even 25 seconds. I mean, it's about to be right now, isn't it? Not even 30 seconds and the boss was dead. Yeah, I think that is an S rank, is it? Yes, it is! Oh shit, the live's up there. Right, let me get the other one. And the other one. Fantastic. That's it. That's the big boy. That was just a stupid carnival wheel. That was just a cheap carnival wheel.
Just tighten this last bolt.
It's like, release the big boy.
Oh,
At least I know he won't screw it up.
Did you run off?
And he immediately
I did a little
loses in
shopping,
less than
grabbed a bite
30
to eat,
seconds.
and
Like,
trashed a
it
giant
took me
killer
less time to
robot.
defeat him than any of the
Really?
stages.
They've got
Well, not any of the.
shopping here too?
It took me less
Place
time
has
to defeat
everything.
him than
Hey, so
like
how's
Act
your
4,
translator thingy
which I
coming
think was like
along?
the shortest stage that we played so
It's in
far.
binary code, so
It's
only
called
I
the
can
big
read.
boy, not the competent boy.
Okay, ask away.
Who are you, and what is happening to your people?
Okay. He says his name is.
Oh my god, he's got such a potty mouth.
and he's
Jesus
from a
Christ.
faraway
I can't
and
say
like
this.
Flowers, water them with dances.
Yeah, I think your machine still has some bugs.
Yeah, I think I can figure this out though. Okay, he said his name is Yacker. He's from a race of beings called Wisps.
Wisps?
No, Wisps with a W.
Yeah, I'll just stick with
The
aliens if
Sonic
that's okay
Forces
with
was written
everybody.
in Japanese, then translated into English.
Sure.
Wait,
So
it
anyway,
was?
They're either
Sonic Forces was.
used for their magical powers by an evil man.
Sonic Forces
or
was.
to make underwear to be worn by Salad. I just hear save them, save
Feels like
them
a.
over
Feel,
and over.
I mean, obviously, you know, the Japanese dub like comes first and then it gets
When I was
translated
running
into
around
English. But with the
trashing
way like Sonic
robots,
Forces is
saw
written,
a
you'd almost
map that
think
had a
like the
couple
Americans wrote it.
interesting places. I think I'll go check them out and maybe save some aliens.
Was it a Google Translate situation?
The mouse
I doubt
man said
it.
to wrangle every piece of this mess. When you consider what we're doing from a robot's point of view, it's actually pretty gruesome.
That's the one joke that I think is actually still pretty funny.
You say so?
It's just like Keybot talking about saying, yeah, all these robot limbs across the forge, what we're doing from a robot's point of view, it's actually pretty fucking dark.
But really, how much can it matter?
That's the one joke in Colours that I think has continued to remain funny. Hey, Play-Doh Pause, you made it. Why does the trash bin sound like the soldier from TF2? Are you talking about Qbot sounding like the soldier from TF2?
Next up, the tropical resort. There you'll find breathtaking views from our giant Ferris wheel. Amazing views.
I think you missed it. Tails speaks the code in one song. Well, he is a fox with an IQ of 300, so it doesn't surprise me. Okay, now this is something that they never really do again throughout like the rest of the game, but it gives you an option. You can either go for Sweet Mountain or Starlight Carnival in terms of which level you want to go to next. Again, the game gives you a lot of option. It wants to make the player feel comfortable and feel like they have a bit of freedom in choice. So, this is Colours of Colours Ultimate. This is original Colours, Play-Doh Pause. We don't talk about Colours Ultimate. So, let's see. I'm gonna start a poll in here.
Enjoying our candy paradise is the perfect way to celebrate your next birthday, or to avoid reaching it. Next up, the Sweet Mountain. Enjoying our candy paradise is the perfect way to celebrate your next birthday, or to avoid reaching it. Next up, the Sweet
So, which level do we want to do next, guys? Starlight Carnival or Sweet Mountain? You guys can vote, and I shall wait.
Next up, the Sweet Mountain. Enjoying our candy paradise is the perfect way to celebrate your next birthday, or to avoid reaching it. Next up, the Sweet Mountain. Enjoying our
13
candy
votes.
paradise is
How many people actually watching? Oh, got 18 people watching. That's good. That's very good.
to avoid reaching it. Next up,
This Skittles.jpg.
Enjoying our candy paradise is the perfect way to celebrate
Got something that just started with Sonic Moonwalk.
Avoid reaching it. Next stop, the Sweet Mountain. Enjoying our candy paradise is the perfect way to celebrate your next birthday.
Okay, that's 14 votes in, and
Next stop, the Sweet Mountain.
seems people are pretty set on Sweet Mountain. So, 15 votes in. Still Sweet Mountain. Yep. Great question. Colours or colours? It's with the U. It's with the U. Played up pause. I don't care what it says. Colours is with a U, because with the U in it, the Colours logo on the game case covers all the Wisp power-ups. Yeah. So I'm looking at the PAL cover for Sonic Colors right now. The C is pink, that's Spikes. The O is cyan, Laser. The L is orange, Rocket. Purple, the purple O for Frenzy. The blue, the U is blue for Cube. The R is green for Hover, and S is the yellow for Drill. With that, it covers all bases, it covers all that. Without it, it's like Cube is just getting fucking left out, which I kind of get it, it's Cube, but still, colours with a U, because it includes all of the Wisp colours. It's not, it doesn't discriminate. Beefing over a letter. Yeah, you know what? Let's not think about beef and let's go and think about sweets instead. As we enter Sweet Mountain and learn how to use Drill. I think there's like a secret path off to like the left, but we can focus on that at a different time. There's a red ring down here. Yep, there we are. I think if we were to use like the laser, like way back there, then we would have been able to get like a slam on there, but obviously not now. And here we have one of the kind of automated drift sequences. It is kind of a bummer that drifting in colours isn't as... Drifting in colours doesn't happen as often as it does in like Unleashed or Generations. They're kind of like limited to the like that segment and that segment only. But at least they're there. At least they feel like included. Right, here we go with Drill. Drilling through just tons and tons of, is it lemon cake? Oh, can't really tell. Get some of that boost there. Oh, doesn't matter, we're already stocked up. And just in case you don't feel like eating your way out and immediately dying from diabetes, it gives you another drill. I feel like I've missed something around here. But look at this. There's a pipe down here. I think that's... Is that how I get like the red ring that's there, or I'll probably have to take a different path for that, don't I? Sponge cake, because it's the Japanese fruit cake. Huh. Also, I've just noticed this. The grind rails are candy canes. Like, they're either candy canes or they're... what's the name of that really like long like stretch candy? Or like the stretch sweets, the ones that come in like really long lines. Hey Anthony, welcome to the stream. Watch as we drill through some more cake. How deep does it go? Oh, it goes down quite a bit. Oh, there's another pipe. Okay. Oh fuck, I should probably get back to the surface. Shit, 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 shit. There we are. Oh, so the reason there's a laser wisp down there is so it can let you use that. So it can... Oh fuck. Whoa, Jesus Christ! I forgot that could happen. And sometimes you could just like flat out like miss a spring, just go falling to your inevitable death. We also have the buzz bombers. Wait, has this put me right the way back to the beginning of the stage with drill? Because I didn't get any checkpoints. It has, hasn't it? Oh, fuck. Do you speak Spanish? I do not, no. If there's one language I would love to teach myself someday, probably French. That's an accent I would love to learn one day. The issue is just, you know, having the mindset to teach myself it, because while there are like a bunch of language apps like Duolingo and whatnot, I feel like with language apps they're very situational. Like they'll teach you to use words that you'll never they'll teach you to use words that you'll use like once in a conversation and then like never again. Whereas I feel like it'd be more natural for me to learn words in French that I would use more commonly. So by that logic I would look at what words I use most commonly in a sentence when I'm talking to people and try and learn those in French first before I get down to some of the other basics. Would you ever visit Ireland? I'd love to visit Ireland someday. I've been to Wales, I've been to Scotland, but I've not been to Ireland. That's something I feel like I definitely need to get checked off the old list. Oh fuck, I missed the red ring. Today's been absolutely boiling. I went out for a history and Lilligant raid and it was absolutely searing. Man, like that is a dedication for Pokemon Go. I salute you. I salute you for that, fried waffles. The English writers worked on Forces English translation. Right. If you do, come to the Stradbally Woodland Railway. Ah, never said it. I can't say I've heard of that railway before. Stradbally Woodland Railway. Let's just have a look at the picture here. Wow! I've never seen an engine like that before. Like with that specific shape? Oh, look at the station platforms! Wow! That looks very nice. Oh, I'm definitely going. Whenever I go to Ireland, I'm definitely going to that railway. Right, where was I? Oh, just approaching the hour mark as we head into Act 2 of Sweet Mountain. Ugh, fucking hell, that sneeze creeps up on me. Ugh. Felt my soul leave my body. Anyway, where was I? Oh, I wasn't looking at the screen when that shit happened. I like the rainbowy streak of light, trail of light that leaves Sonic's feet whenever he's drifting. And right now we are climbing Bubble Bass's order from SpongeBob. This is what he ordered from Squidward. Right, down come the enemies. Yeah, my throat's just gone really dry for some reason. Not trying to jinx myself here, but I hope to God it's not hay fever again. Especially right before I'm meant to go to the order extravaganza. We serve food here, Luke. Right, let's escape from the buzz bombers and go underground. Oh shit, we're being followed! We're being pursued! Run away! Run away! Wait, did it send me in a... Oh, it sent me in a loop. Fuck's sake. Quick play Ramon's Mythic Rumble to cure it. That's what I need. Ramon's Rhythmic Rumble to cure my hay fever, because that's what cured it last time, because I was playing something that required me to concentrate so much it forced my hay fever to give up. Like, oh fuck, we've got to be merciful to this guy, he's playing Ramon's Rhythmic Rumble. I love how you can see sheets of metal riveted in the buns and the cheese. Wait, can you? Oh yeah, you can! Under the burger as well, you can see... Yeah, you can see the metal rivets. Huh. I never noticed that before. Huh. Pretty crazy. Oh yeah, this is where you could just get a shit ton of rings. That's a fake burger, me disappointed. Well, it's a good enough burger if you like, you know, metal. You know, if you need if you need iron in your diet, if you know what I'm saying. Iron in your diet because it's made of metal. Iron in your oh, forget it. And again, we learn how to use another, still optional, Wisp power-up, the rocket. Boo. Sorry, PDP, I had to. Eggman makes everything metal, even his breakfast. That's why his theme tune, I Am the Eggman, is like a metal, is like a rock metal cover, because that's what he's all about. He's just all about that metal. As we see all these robots running towards us. But the secret entrance is to the left, hidden in the shadows. Shout out to anybody who gets that reference. Okay. Now time to become a missile that goes only upwards. Now, Rocket I find to be one of the more like situational power-ups because, well, it does give you some kind of like easy access to some of the higher to reach areas. It feels like the Rocket power-up is mainly for, you know, those segments, you know, where there's empty space in the air and it's designed for you to like free fall amongst all of the several dozen rings down there. Fuck. Let me out. Thank you. There's where we would be able to get the spike power up if we had it. I don't remember this path. Don't know if there's anything significant up here. But hey, the sunset's pretty nice. Look at that. That is very pretty. Is there anything of worth around here, or is it just like a... I don't know how the hell I survived. Oh shit! So immediately, like I was saying, like I don't know how the hell I survived that, followed immediately by the missile just decimating me. So who is the real Sonic? I am. Don't let this imposter fool you. He's been trained by robotic to mimic my every move. That's Metal Sonic and regular Sonic talking with each other. I'm Sonic. I'm Sonic. Who's the real Sonic? I am. Generations using rocket for travel down good. The Wisps in Generations are kind of like iffy, but then that's mainly because Planet Wisp in Sonic Generations is the worst stage in Sonic Generations, so kind of leaves me feeling a kind of like kind of leaves me feeling with an taste in your mouth about the whole thing. Press the button on the back to shut off Metal Sonic. God, imagine Metal Sonic with a Spanish mode, like Buzz from Toy Story 3. like they try and like shut down Metal Sonic, but they accidentally activate Metal Sonic's Spanish mode. It'd be probably too much of like a rip-off, you know, for Buzz doing the same shit in Toy Story 3. But I think it'd be pretty funny to see. For example, Infamous Night Tales has lost it, the original Japanese stage. Oh, so it wasn't Tails has lost it, it was... We lost Tails or Tails is missing. Right, so... Yeah, that makes a bit more sense. Right, continuing onwards. Where are we now? Act 4. How are we all tonight? I'm doing pretty good, especially now that I'm playing this game. It's been a good few years since I properly played it, and playing it with a GameCube controller is a bit of like a challenge at first, but I'm slowly getting more accustomed to it. I mean, I'll do anything to continue proving that Sonic Colors is actually a good game, because it is. It is actually a good game. So rather than taking the bottom path, which is a bit more fucking stupid... Oh fuck, for some reason the boost button didn't work. Turn up the gamma on OBS. But, wait, as in like turn up the brightness? Is it possible for me to do that? Is it possible for me to turn up the brightness on it? Have I just been playing this entire stream not knowing that I could turn up the brightness on it? Yeah, I get that the game's like quite dark, but I thought that was just how it looked. But if how do I turn the... Right, PDP calling you in for tech support here. How do I make it brighter? Do you need tech don't support? Yes, that is exactly what I need right now. Bear with me a moment, guys. Why am I now realizing the crate sound effects are just the same one from the early Crash games? Wait, are they? The crate are the crate sounds in this game are the ones from Crash? Okay, bear with me just one sec, guys, whilst I make the game brighter. I've ever played Epic Mickey. That's the one with the paintbrush, right? The one where Mickey and Oswald have like a paintbrush, and they use it to... paint things to life. That's literally like the only thing that I remember from seeing the trailer for. I think it was Epic Mickey 2, where it was Mickey and Oswald like using a paintbrush to paint things back to life. Okay, so how do I do it? I need this. You just do. My goodness, what an idea! Why didn't I think of that? Okay, let's look at. Can I look at properties? No, I can't really do that. Maybe it's to do with like the video capture. Let's see. Filters. Is it something to do with filters? Effect filters. Compressor expanders. Or is that? Oh, that's the audio. Right. So chroma key, color key, correction key, render luma. Feels like it should be in the effects one. Sharpen, scroll, scaling, luma key. Now that they aren't going to the go to the Olympics anymore, do you reckon we could get a Mario Sonic crossover platform on the Switch 2? Yeah, but if it's going to be on the Switch 2, then it's going to be a fucking scam. It just is. If it's on the Switch, if you know about the whole legality thing behind the Nintendo Switch 2, which admittedly I don't know the full story around, but I've heard I've heard someone go in depth about it. Then you will know that the Nintendo Switch 2, the whole idea of it is basically just a scam. Right, so PDP's opening OBS. He's going to be able to show me how to do things. Right, properties. Color space, color range. What if I do full? Will that change anything? No, don't think it will. The first game is about Mickey accidentally causing destruction many years ago and having to fix his mistake and also reconcile with his brother Oswald, who was his predecessor. Wait, Mickey destroys the world? I knew it. I knew he had it in him. The monopoly of Disney became too much for him, so he set his sights on mass world destruction.
I'm telling you, Oswald, the money just doesn't cut it anymore. I have to set my sights on the multiverse. Haha.
Okay, right click on the game capture in OBS. Okay, done that. I'm going to assume it's one of these ones that the gamma should be on. Click filters. Filters. Right. I'm presuming it's in the effect filters because I tried looking through that and there doesn't really seem to be anything that suggests brightness unless it's going to be completely fucking obvious. You'll see a tab for effect filters. Yeah, I've got the effect filters there. Press plus in the effect filters. Okay, so we've got quite a few here. Quite a few options for the effect filters. Not entirely sure what they are because I've never really used this before. Waiting. Slightly turn up the gamma brightness. There is no gamma. There is no gamma in this. I'll send you like a screenshot of it, of the options that I have here. But there is no option I'll send. Yeah, those are my options. I have apply, LUT, chroma key, color correction, color key, crop pad, HDR, tone mapping, image mask blend, luma key, render, scaling, scroll, sharpen, but not gamma. It might have to do with the fact that... Oh, it's color correction. Right, okay. So here we are. So I need to just turn the gamma up ever so slightly. Yeah, I can see that now. Oh, this looks way better. Why didn't I just do this from the start? So gamma, brightness, and maybe contrast. Oh, definitely not the contrast. Definitely not the brightness. What about the contrast? What would that do? There we go. Thank you very much for the tech support. Played up pause. We can now continue the game. Sorry about that long wait, ladies and gents. Now we have a better idea of what's going on in game, and it doesn't look so dark. Oh, red ring. Oh, fuck. Let's get a ring back. Again, as we will find out later, these cubes are to be used for when you have the frenzy. For when you have like the frenzy wisp later on, but you can still get through it at your own pace. It just means you'll get less points from what you would normally have from getting like a wisp bonus power. You know, from getting wisp like color points. Has anyone seen that Magic Roundabout movie? I have. I mean, that's more or less kind of like the reason why I knew about the... Oh, what was the name of it? Because I mentioned it in the Calling All Engines review. But the Magic Mysteries quiz game on the Magic Roundabout DVD. That was the whole reason I knew about that quiz game, was because I watched that film quite a bit growing up, and I thought it was pretty solid. I haven't gone back to it in years, but I remember it being pretty solid. So they tortured him for months was giving Sonic a hard time. Right, okay. Also, if I don't immediately see your chat, please, Ella, don't take it personally, because I'm still not the best when it comes to like streaming. I'm jumping between, you know, like looking at that chat and, you know, looking at the game. So if I don't immediately see a message, don't take it personally. I just don't always see it sometimes. What if Sonic was real and said it was colours? I'd strangle him. Just have that scene in Jim Carrey's Liar Liar, when he's trying to say like this pen is red, but he keeps saying blue, and like he tries to like write it down, but all he can write is that like the pen is blue. Just have it be like that, where Sonic is trying to write that it's colours, but every time he tries to write it without the U, it forcefully like writes that it's U. That's no. Remember, kids, if somebody tries to strangle you for the way you say colors, that's no good. Oh shit. Okay. How do I get the red ring up there? I think I get it via... put it down here, and then... Shit. Get that boost wisp down there so that I can... Oh, for fuck's sake! Right. Okay, right, not gonna mess it up this time. Wait for it to lower down, and... Oh, fucking come on! Right, come on. All I want is that red ring. Drop down. Right, so I'm just going to press the boost button just a little bit sooner. Fucking hell. No, no! Fucking Jesus! I still got more energy for it. Got worse out here. Here's some claims for the road. Oh, thanks. Played up pause. Thanks for the $2 Canadian. Don't know what that is in UK currency, but thank you very much for that. Best of luck with your work. Okay, and oh, come on! Right, this time. Boost while hugging the roof. Maybe use a double jump before you boost. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Ah, but then if I try and do the double jump, it forces me into a homing attack because of the homing attack reticle. Why doesn't it... Oh, fucking hell. Come on. Why is this going to be like the longest that I spend on a Sweet Mountain stage, all because I want that fucking red ring? Right. Hey Josh, welcome back. You joined me in a huge frustration. Imagine you can just double jump up there normally. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see being able to like double jump from this distance. Especially not without, you know, setting off the fucking homing attack reticle. Right, gonna try again. And... Are you fucking kidding me? I spent a good 2 minutes trying to get boost to get up there. And all I had to do was homing attack the swing, press it at the top of the swing to get me up there first try. Like, you know those Sonic fans who, you know, they say they love Sonic and then people say, oh wow, you're a Sonic fan? You must be really good at the games. Not me. Jesus Christ. Well, at least now we can finally progress. I will once again say, Messio, I'm trying to keep this a Sonic-related stream. I understand you have a lot of Thomas questions for me, but I'm trying to do something that's not Thomas-related right now. So... Hey there, Vicky's Rambles. Yeah, exactly. Got to save that for like a Thomas-related stream where I can actually go in depth about a bunch of other. Right now, let's be fair, guys. A lot of people will genuinely, have Thomas-related questions for me. All I'm saying is that I'd rather keep this a Sonic-related stream. So yeah. Let's just continue on from here. Don't know how I'm going to be able to make this without the boost, but definitely make the swing, but... Oh, fuck, no! Ah! Do you know what it is? I keep mixing up, the boost button with the stomp. Because I'm so used to playing, Sonic Adventure 2, where you jump with A, and then you do, the bounce attack with the B button, because everything's on the fucking B button in Sonic Adventure 2, so... Sonic or Shadow? In terms of, characters, are they both... Oh, fucking hell, Jesus! In terms of characters, both have their own strengths. But in terms of, who I prefer... I'm going to say Sonic and Shadow are more or less on equal grounds with each other. I find them as cool as each other. Okay, I tell a lie. Maybe I find Shadow just a bit, cooler than Sonic. But then, so do a lot of Sonic fans. And you can't blame them. Shadow's a pretty cool character. Good God. 8 minutes! All because I wanted that damn red ring. No, no, no! Fucking hell! Jesus! Have I played Sonic Lost World 3DS? I've played the Wii U version, not the 3DS version. Though from what I hear, the 3DS version was kind of worse. Specifically from Tropical Coast onwards, where the level design kind of shat the bed, in a way. That was the Great Red Swing of 25. Come on, Luke. I swear Colors is a good game, I'm just bad at it. You just have to trust me on this, guys. Colors is a good game, I'm just shit at it. Does the 3DS version include the Yoshi and Zelda level? Unfortunately, no, I don't think. I think the Yoshi and Zelda levels for Sonic Lost World were strictly for the Wii U and the PC version. I think Sonic Lost World is on PC, right? Did you know Sonic is bilingual? He speaks both English and Japanese. Yeah, because there's several moments of Sonic's Japanese voice speaking. Is it English? Where it's which is slang, or it's a slang or description for someone who's from Japan speaking English. And also because Sonic's game voice actor, who's been voicing him since Adventure 1, is also an English teacher. So, yeah. Lost World PC doesn't have it as DLC, only exists as a mod. What? Oh, that's shit. Because people would have like loved to have been able to like play that level on PC, definitely. Favorite and least favorite Sonic story. I'm gonna say that probably my favorites. So if we're talking like individually, like individual stories, then my favorite story in the Sonic series has definitely been E102 Gammas. It's a story that, having studied film and television over the years, I've definitely learned to appreciate a lot more with its storytelling, definitely, and how it's genuinely one of like the few like Sonic stories that will really like hit you in the feels. Least favorite Sonic story. Hard to say, because I don't think there are necessarily bad Sonic stories. Yes, including, you know, 06. It's mainly just stories with a lot of potential that either do hit the mark or they don't hit the mark. And 06 is definitely one of those. I guess off like the top of my head, I would to say maybe like the story for Shadow the Hedgehog, mainly because Shadow the Hedgehog's whole gimmick of being, you know, a multi-path choice experience doesn't contribute into the last story. Like the last story doesn't connect to any of the 10 endings that you spend God knows how long trying to unlock all of. So I guess that would make it up a... Which Sonic game is your favourite? Favourite 3D Sonic game is what I'm playing right now, Sonic Colors. I know that I said I haven't played it in like quite a long time, but whenever anybody asks me about what I would say is like, you know, my favourite 3D Sonic game, I definitely go to this one, even if I realise saying it's not my favourite 3D Sonic game doesn't really mean a whole lot, considering that the game is mostly 2D. And I just died. Sonic, I'm trying to prove the point that this game is good and you keep dying on me. Sonic Unleashed and Lost World deserve a remaster. Well, again, you say that, but we do have, you know, Unleashed on the Xbox 360 being able to be played on like the Xbox One. That's not a note-for-note remake, but it's still something that allows you to play the game on modern consoles. And because you get to play a 360 game on an Xbox One, whatever slowdown issues and frame rate issues that Sonic Unleashed had, especially at the daytime Adabat stage, are non-existent. As for a remake of like Lost World, not really. Again, like considering, you know, like we have like the PC version nowadays, and because Lost World just has too many like experimental ideas where if you were to do a remaster of it, a good chunk of them will feel just as clunky, if not worse, than they do in the PC version. Again, I say this as somebody who has only ever played Sonic Lost World once on the Wii U, but just looking at it in like Let's Plays and review videos, it looks like a game with no identity, and a game with no identity is hard to remaster because you have to account for all its different identities that it's trying to have all at once. Have you heard of Sonic X, which is an anime series? Yes, I have heard of Sonic X. Didn't grow up like watching it. I only saw it in bits on YouTube growing up. And I hear people say that even with like the original like Japanese dub, it still wasn't like that great. It was definitely kind of just like a generic kind of like a kiddie anime for like Sonic. They didn't really scream Sonic the Hedgehog. And the less I say about the 4Kids dub, the better. Favorite Generations 3DS stage? Never played Generations 3DS. Only thing I do know about it is that it has both one of my favorite remixes and one of my least favorite remixes in all of Sonic. Least favorite is the one that they used for the modern stage of Radical Highway in 3DS, because
Experiences taught me to
it sounds like somebody trying to like recreate it on synthesizers and just going way too crazy on like the synthesizer without trying to catch any of the spirit of the original Radical Highway.
Experiences also taught
Like
me
it sounds like
the best
somebody,
way to
you know,
solve
just like
problems
aggressively
is to kick
like shaking the
robot butt.
synthesizer trying to play. You know, like it sounds like that.
Excuse me, giant robot. You want to do this the hard way?
Most
or
favourite
the easy way?
remix from Generations 3DS is the cover of Supporting Me that they used for when Sonic fights the Biolizard in the
Somehow
3DS
I knew
version.
you'd say that.
And
Let's
that's my
date.
preferred version of Supporting Me because I could actually hear I could actually hear the words. You can actually hear like the words that are being like said in that, compared to like in the original one where, to quote my friend who isn't a Sonic fan, when I showed it to her for the first time, it sounds like somebody's singing underwater. Like the original Supporting Me sounds like somebody like singing it underwater, and you definitely get that when, amongst all of like the aggressive instruments, you just hear somebody fade and goes, like that's how it sounds. Okay, second boss. Let's just go. Yes, right up the arse. Need some rings. Need some rings. This is one of those, one of two bosses that has kind of like an extra gimmick to it. Fuck. Well, I'm not going to be able to get the drill Wisp from this. Looks like we're just going to have to finish it with good old boosting. Oh, the 3DS version was worked on by Dimps. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, because Dimps used to be pretty big on because Dimps used to be like a pretty big name for Sonic's like Sonic's handheld
Battle's only just don't let him pressure.
for Sonic's handheld adventures. Right, why isn't it letting me attack him? Come on. Stop laughing at me, you fucking idiot. I swear, I'm not going to be able to get the S rank because of this. Jesus Christ. Right, wait for him to bow. There we go. Now just get the rings that are going to spew out of him. Definitely not going to be an S rank on this because I took way too long on that, but hey ho. The defense of Shadows of Life Story. The point of Shadow Story is for Shadow becoming more independent. Oh fuck, I still got an A rank on this. Like becoming independent as a character? Because again, like that, I'm pretty sure like the whole point of Shadow the Hedgehog is for like, you know, like the player to decide what kind of character they want Shadow to be. At least, you know, until you realise you have to get all 10 endings to unlock the final ending, which doesn't contribute to any of the 10 endings beforehand. But favorite Sonic jump ball.
Hey, Tails. You missed the BBB.
I'm gonna say Adventure 1.
Best boss
I love the roundness of it. again, kind of like a
Yacker giving you any more information or limericks or whatever it is?
specific question, because I don't really think about Sonic's, you know, jumping animations. But again, when you ask that question, the first one that springs to mind about which one was my favorite was Adventure 1.
Really powerful energy source.
What version of Shadow the Hedgehog do you like more?
It's inside of them.
As in which is my favorite incarnation of the character?
It's their light.
Interesting question.
You only got a taste of it. Look at what happened. Battery is sort of an understatement. Funny thing, it was first translating as horrible body odor.
Because I really liked his arc in Sonic Adventure 2, and that was the whole point, because Shadow was meant to stay dead after Sonic Adventure 2. That's why he has the most complete arc in that game.
I gotta remember that
But
one.
it's... I wouldn't necessarily say that that's my favorite incarnation of Shadow.
He's draining them of their power.
Actually, and this is going to sound...
And using it for an evil...
And this is going to sound very baffling, but my favorite incarnation of Shadow is definitely
a porpoise.
Sonic 06. Not only because Shadow had like the best individual story
Working on it.
in Sonic 06, but I love how, despite how grim everything gets for him and him having to face the realization that one day humanity will betray him, he still remains kind of like steadfast, even though you can see it on his face that he is hurt when he finds out Omega is going to be the one that will like trap him in the future, but he still remains steadfast about it, and he feels genuinely grateful that knowing that Rouge is going to stand by his side despite everything that will happen to him. But yeah. So yeah, 06. That's my favourite incarnation of Shadow. Moving on from his past and independent from what people think of him as. In other words, I'll choose my own destiny. Yeah, I can say that, because I know that Sonic 06 is supposed to be considered like a soft reboot of the series. But if you take into consideration that Shadow, you know, works for Gun immediately, Shadow started working for Gun after all the shit that they put him through in Shadow the Hedgehog. When he said he put the past behind him in Shadow the Hedgehog, it really feels like he fucking meant it if he joined, you know, Gun in 06. Right, and at about 1 hour and 42 minutes, I feel like that's where I'm going to leave the stream for now, but thank you guys for joining me for this. I will definitely have a lot more time to play this game over like the next few days until I have to go away to Wales. And it's when I'm also not working on what it is I have planned for next week, the big video. But again, thanks again for joining me on this, and I'll see you guys next time.